shopping. Funny that you always flexing. Just saw your car at the auction. Niggas on IG be stalking. All these girls, too many options. Act like I don't hear you talking. Drop it and they just come flocking. I just don't let they satty. Then got Gorilla Gang tatted. I went like it's automatic. Passing these niggas is tragic. Wearing all black with no magic. You just got green in your ice. They all stop checking the facts, so I just stopped treating them nice. I see you looking, I see you watching. Wasn't too long ago, we was just talking. I'm sorry you hate me now, and I don't mean that I'm sorry for me. I'm just sorry for you, cause you won't get to see what a hot king can do when he's given the chance to become what he knew he could. Now my shit's popping, oh and I'm shocking. I'm just from Buffalo, I shouldn't make it. Was right by my auntie, but that woman hated me. Good at pretending for everyone faking it. Now I'm awake and I see why they made the choice to kick me out just as soon as I made the choice. Now I'm a king, yeah that's the thing, happens a lot. Fatherless kids, yeah we come by the lot. Changing shit whether you like it or not. He would come like it or not. Look at my wrist, yeah it's popping. Took the whole family shopping. Funny that you always flexing. Just saw your car at the auction. Niggas on IG be stalking. All these girls, too many options. Act like I don't hear you talking. Drop it and they just come flocking. I just don't let they satty. Then got Gorilla Gang tatted. I went like it's automatic. Passing these niggas is tragic. Wearing all black with no magic. You just got green in your ice. They all stop checking the facts, so I just stopped treating them nice. Fuck the whole industry, music and media. Started my own shit. I don't think they feeling me. I just don't get it, so fuck it. I'm done with all this luck shit. Y'all think y'all scaring me, so I address it. But now all your niggas is running. All of your mouths is just running. No talent, but your shit is funded. Now all y'all think y'all real funny. Clown flexing with that fake money. Can't buy shit without real shit, so you rent shit cause you real dummy. Just invest in mine like a broker. New money coming soon. Yo, last post got like 50,000, but you can't fill the fucking room. Look at my wrist, yeah, it's popping. Took the whole family.
Swole, Norma.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping,
Yeah,
the bacon is sizzling.
Shit.
Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Yeah. Testing. Testing, 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 testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 1100 and Schnante of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gangcast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swolio. It's your boy, it's Papa Swolio. Yeah, what's good? What's going on? How are we doing? Let's see if Instagram works today. I forgot to actually get the title up. I think we're live and they're on pause. What's going on? All right, here we go. And we're back. What's going on? Here we go. All right, I was frozen, I know, but I came back. Daddy came home. How we doing? You got my sound today? You got sound today? We good? Let's see. How we doing? Meredith, Laura, hello. Hello, puppets. What's good, twunts? Holly, happy Sunday, team. Well, look at you Aussies thinking it's Sunday and shit. Look at you, Australians. Look at you Aussies thinking it's all fucking Sunday. Look at you living in your fantasy world, in your little fantasy land where it's a day ahead. You live in like little leprechauns. It's fucking Willy Wonka land down there. Everyone thinks it's Sunday. It's not Sunday. Everyone knows. Everyone knows that the sun revolves around the United States. Come on, fam. USA. I'm just kidding. This is like the most international podcast ever. Oh my goodness. We're all flawed. We're all emotionally torn. Oh my goodness. What's up? What's going on, IG? It froze for me. New. How's the sound over here? Remember, if you want the Papa cam and you want the Papa, oh, look at that. Ooh, ho. Look at Papa Swolio, everyone. Look at that shit. Draw me like one of your French girls. Yeah. Draw me like one of your French girls. Oh, I'll never let go, Jack. I'll never let go. Look at those little pup nips. Look at those pup nips. Look at them. Look at them. Look at those. Look at those little nips. Baby girl, you sleepies? You sleepies? She's sleepies. Okay, she's knocked the fuck out. Anyway, Papa Swolio, she never wants to play during the podcast. You're not getting sound if there's no sound. The Instagram is fucked up. Then okay, hold on. Instagram's fucked up. Go watch on YouTube. Go watch on YouTube. Yeah, the sound is on. All right. So Instagram's really kind of like taking a full blown shit. This is going to sound like this is going to sound like yesterday's episode for a lot of you. Yesterday we had the same problem. So maybe Instagram's not going to be a thing anymore for live. Maybe I'll go on Instagram and do like live Q&As. Maybe that's what will be on Instagram. You don't get the full audio. It's kind of a weird thing. I have this nice setup that I've developed. And I had this, but then I have to have this fucking like phone. I have to have this phone here just for Instagram. It's like, I literally bought this phone for Instagram. That's why I have it here. It'd be much easier just having one screen, but then having Instagram, I gotta be like, oh, you don't see that. Oh, you can't hear me here. You can hear me here, but you can't hear me there, and all this stupid shit. So I'll try to go live on Instagram, but maybe the Daily Swole is just not something that will be done on Insta anymore if it's gonna be fucking crazy like that. Fucking bullshit. Throwing me off today. It's throwing me for a loop. But anyway, everyone's still coming in, getting their alerts anyway. So this is way better. I think it's way better. I'm sure everyone prefers it over here now. Lorena, I used to watch on Instagram, but the last 2 days I've been on YouTube. Even if you just use YouTube just for the podcast, like literally sign up for, everyone has a Google account pretty much. Sign up for a Google account, get a YouTube fucking name, and subscribe just to the Daily Swole podcast because you'll get alerts. You get alerts on YouTube. Instagram and Facebook is really shady. Facebook, you get a little bit, but most people watch on YouTube anyway, which is fine. And of course, if you can't catch live, you catch later. You watch it later. It's on the timeline, the timeschlein, the time schlees. First time live. Ooh, look at that sexy tripod setup. Yeah, the sexy tripod setup. I have so many things. I got cameras I got cameras everywhere. I got cameras. I got lenses. I got screens. I got plugs. I got cards. I got plugs. I got what you want. You want something? I got what you want. I feel like I can just open up my jacket, under which, of course, I'm not wearing a shirt, and just be like, what do you want, man? The guy that comes out of the alley with all this stuff under his clothes. And that fucking guy. Holly, what's up? I've started my new job this week. I love it. Do you have any advice on managing over 50 people? Why? Because I manage all of your crazy asses every fucking day. Because you all are in here. You assholes come in and I got to fucking deal with you. I got to deal with you fucking people. You fucking people. Let's get everyone's opinion on this. So Holly started your new job. You love it. Do I have any advice on managing over 50 people? Well, systems need to be in place. Yeah, it depends on what positions you have underneath you. How many people do you have answering directly to you or reporting to you? If you have 50 people reporting to you, that's got to fucking change. Because that's too much. You need to focus your attention on the most important tasks. If you're managing people, you're in administrative. You need to be playing chess and moving shit around. Make sure you understand what drives your people, what inspires them, and what makes them put out. You know what I'm saying? There you go. See again. Establish. You have someone else chipping in. Fat loss. Wolf for fat loss, chain of command. You don't want to, that's one of the problems. If you have, let's say you're a group or you're a manager at a place and you have like 50 people or 25 people, a lot of people answering to one person, it's too much noise. You're going to be distracted and not be able to focus. Ooh, establish consequences for breaking the chain of command. If you break the chain of command, you shall be punished. April, when I was managing 40 people as a supervisor, we had leads of specific areas who reported to me. Yeah, so you have, of course, managers, you have sub-managers, you have subcategories, and a director of a few people, maybe teams. It depends on, I guess, what the structure of what you're running is. But I think it's group fitness based, if I'm not mistaken. You are the group, I am the group fitness instructor of a big gym. So it's a lot of contractors and subcontractors. As long as you're not one of those people, you have like meetings all the time. Meetings suck. No one likes meetings. It's a waste of time. You might want to organize some method of contacting everyone, of course. For example, if you need to send out like a text blast or a messaging list that people put on priority in case there's like a closing or there's a major scheduling shift. There are a lot of, we're not going to go too far into this because we're going to get into the topic of the show, but there are a lot of apps too. There are a lot of great apps. And I know sometimes if you are The gym might have certain software, but there's additional software that could be very beneficial for big teams to run through when it comes to scheduling, when it comes to task delegation. Hey, Dad. Dad, is that the translation? You can call me Papa. Don't call me Dad. Don't call me Dad. You call me Daddy-O. Daddy-O. Hey, yo, Daddy-O. Where'd that go? Where'd Daddy-O go? Where'd that phrase go? Don't call me Dad. That's weird. That's some weird like podcast fetish. You just always want to call someone, the person that you see on the screen, Dad. You watch too much Disney. I can't find my father. Where's my dad? You already trimmed the mustache. No. Does any of this look trimmed and kempt? I guess it looks decent because the original cut was good. I've got bacon sizzling every morning. How often do I eat it? Maybe every couple days. I don't necessarily have bacon every single day, but I love me some bacon. Love me some bacon. Sorry, Daddy-O. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool, young Padawan learner. It's okay. It's okay. It's apology accepted. Apology accepted. Okay, let's get into it. We're ready. We're ready. So anyone that watches on Instagram now, I would recommend YouTube 1000%. Fuck you, Instagram. You're screwing my shit up. So let's do a story and we'll get into the full-blown podcast today. So the title of this episode, and let me see. Ready? Here, go. You guys can be on the story with me. So Instagram did it again. And right now I am live with the Swole fam, but you can't be here because Instagram wasn't playing sound. So go subscribe to the Daily Swole podcast channel on YouTube so you don't miss this shit anymore. Instagram be fucking up. Go subscribe. You see, that's how you do it. That's how you do an Instagram story. Got like fucking videos on my feed just starting. I thought those things played silent. I think I'm the only one that you don't like bacon. Oh, on that note, I'm about to rage. You don't like bacon? Making a pot of bulletproof coffee? Bulletproof coffee is delicious. What's your beef on turkey bacon? Har, har, har. Turkey bacon's a vegetable. All right, fam, here we go. Today's topic, let's get into it. Training yourself, okay? Now, this does not mean that you have to train yourself. It doesn't mean that you can't have a coach. Doesn't mean you can't have a program. Doesn't mean you can't have a trainer. This means, what would you do if, I want you to picture this, all right? Close your eyes. Wherever you're watching, wherever you're listening to this, close your eyes, my child. Close your eyes. I want you to imagine that Arnold is talking to you right now. This Arnold, he's saying, would you like to be your own client? Would you want to train yourself? Or are you a fucking pussy and you're always complaining? Yow, you're always complaining, you fucking pussy. Would you want to be your own client? If Arnold was training you, if that was a creepy dream, would you want to be your own client? Think about that. Some of you aren't trainers or you don't have any kind of experience like that, but would you want to be? Because look, if you've been a trainer or you've been a massage therapist or you've been some type of a coach or a teacher or an instructor, or if you're a parent, would you want to be responsible for training yourself? Because when you're a personal trainer or you're a coach, you can only take someone through so many things. You can only see them maybe a few hours a week. So if you're training someone 3 hours a week or 4 hours a week, that's the majority of the week that they're not with you. I think we talked about this, was it yesterday? That the percentage of the week that if you're going to the gym 3, 4, 5, 6 hours a week, it's still like 93% of the time you're not at the gym. So it's really more about what you're doing outside the gym than what you're doing in the gym. However, what you're doing in the gym is exceptionally important because obviously if you're in the gym 7% of the week, however, if you don't go to the gym, you're not going to be fucking lifting weights and making gains. It means that it's a big deal. It means that going to the gym is a big fucking deal. It's just a small percentage of absolute time. So let's say that you were your own client. What do you think about that? What if you were your own client? Would you want to deal with your own shit? Would you be making excuses? Would you be calling, if you were a different person, would you be calling yourself out on your own bullshit? Would you be like, no, that's a fucking lie. Don't even tell me that you ate well. Like, would you be telling the trainer, I tried so hard this weekend, but you went out, you went out to that fucking bar, you dug for that second bag of potato chips. Like, would you want to put up with your own shit? Do you think that would you be disciplined or would you be full of shit? Because when you get inside your own head and you have these thoughts and you have goals and you set up things that you're trying to achieve and you're inspiring yourself and trying to look, a lot of you are looking for motivation all the time. And I don't really like to use the word motivation. I like inspiration. I like momentum. I like forced momentum. I like fucking generating that motivation. You have to generate it yourself. It has to come intrinsically, whether you want to call it motivation or not. I like to use the word inspiration because I think the word motivation is very bland. I think it's diluted. I think the word motivation has lost its meaning, in my opinion. I feel like it means something. I feel like it has a definition. I think people inherently know what motivation is, but I like avoiding it because a lot of people use the word motivation, but really don't act on it. So motivation to me is kind of like you're inspired. There's a lot of crossover with a lot of these words. They're called synonyms. But when you're motivated, it's like you feel like doing it. You feel like training. If you're motivated, would you agree with me? If we say, okay, if you're motivated to do something, it means you feel like doing it. There's something inside pushing you to do something. But here's the thing, the kicker. You're going to be motivated on Monday. You're not going to be motivated on Tuesday or on Wednesday. It's going to go away. It's going to go away fast. So is that something that you should be waiting for? Is that something that you should be looking for? Is that something that's really going to help you get to that finish line? Because if it's fleeting, if it comes and it goes and out, like it's like the ocean, it just kind of flows in, it comes back. Sometimes it's not there when you expect it. Sometimes it is. You're not always going to feel like working out. So today I'm a little fatigued. I did a little vinyasa class earlier and I have stuff to do, but I also could go to the gym and I'm thinking, okay, do I want to just go to the sauna? Oh, I could recover a little bit, but I know in the back of my head, it's like, no, don't. I'm having this internal conversation right now. I'm like, don't fucking puss out. Don't trick yourself into thinking that today your body just wants to do yoga. Do you really just need to go, or do I need to listen to that? So this is like my experienced voice. I'm like debating this and kind of feeling it out. But if you always go by feeling like going to the gym and you wait to feel like it and you don't go unless you feel like it, you're going to have a lot of workouts skipped. You're going to skip a lot of shit. You're not going to get a lot of stuff done. You're not going to get a lot of shit done if you are waiting for motivation. That's what happens with feelings. Feelings betray you. It doesn't mean that feelings don't matter. It doesn't mean that feelings don't exist. It doesn't mean that feelings aren't individualized. It just means that feelings come and go. So if you always listen to the feeling, a lot of times you're going to be tired. A lot of times you're going to be sore. A lot of times it's going to be more convenient to not do it. But it doesn't matter if it's convenient or not. In the end, your body is going to be like, okay, was I under stress or was I not? If I was under stress, I need to repair that stress. If I wasn't, then there's nothing to repair. And if you're not causing that stress and your body needed stress to grow, you're not going to grow. You're not going to get big muscles. How come I'm not growing, but I work out 5 days a week? Well, maybe you need to work out 6. Maybe you need to lift heavier. Maybe you need to train harder. Maybe you need to eat more. Maybe you need to sleep better. It's about holding yourselves accountable, but are you your own trainer or your own client? Would you be holding yourself to that standard, or are you full of shit? You have to call yourself out. You have to call yourself out. You have to call yourself out. And that's what I'm saying with this episode. If you could, would you train yourself, or would you be like, fuck this person, they're full of shit? You have to hold yourself accountable. So inside your own head, when you are encouraging yourself to go to the gym, or whenever I think to myself, stop being a bitch, go to the gym, you're not really tired, you just don't feel like it. Every time I bust my own ass and I call myself out and I have that discussion inside my own brain, when I go to the gym, even if I don't have the best workout, even if I just kind of go and do a little bit of cardio, or I do some stretching, or I do really light, because sometimes I might be a little bit sore. Like today, I feel a little bit stiff and sore from a lot of yoga and a lot of training, but I'm not sore in a way that makes me stiff and weak. I'm just it's also that adaptation because I'm increasing the volume of my training. So there's a normal period of adaptation to the more frequency. So I don't feel like I'm sore damaged. I feel like I'm sore. Okay, this is new stress that my body has to get used to for a consistent routine. So I'm pushing through it a little bit. But when I go to the gym, I'll do a lot of warm up. I'll do very light. I'll just do repetitions. And if I feel good, I increase. But as my body adapts, I don't just go and start maxing out all the time. So there's that offset with increasing frequency of training and pushing yourself to a new level of adaptation and also backing off the intensity. And that's what a lot of people lack. They go to the gym to do more workouts per week. They go to the gym, or you go to the gym. Let's bring this fucking shit home. You fuck nuggets that are listening. Yeah, you beaches. You are the ones that go to the gym. And if you double your frequency every time you go to the gym, you're always pushing hard. So if you're going to the gym 4 days a week and now you're going 6, you're pushing hard 6 days a week. You don't offset it at all or enough. You're just going to the gym 6 days a week and now you're crushing it 6 days a week instead of crushing it 4, but now you're training 6 days a week. So that doesn't necessarily mean that you train hard 6 days a week. Maybe you're decreasing the intensity over the course of those 6 days, but due to your frequency, you don't have to train to that failure point because you're exposing your body to more repetitions, or you're doing muscle groups twice a week rather than once every week or once every 5 days cycle. Maybe you're tightening it up a little bit. You're doing more upper, lower, push, pull, total body. So with frequency comes adjustments with volume and also intensity. And anytime you add new stresses, make sure you back off the intensity. Don't just add new shit to your plate and fucking go hard. That's how you hurt yourself. You might get away with it short term, but this life is not short term, it's long term. And if you get hurt, that's one of the things that people don't think about. If you get hurt now, that's going to set you up for recurring injuries potentially. That's going to set you up for movement compensations and shit that's going to affect all your movements for the rest of your life. So it's important to think smart now so you don't have an injury that kind of detours you for the rest of your life. Because once you have an injury, that scar tissue, that limited range, that can affect you forever, especially if you're not addressing it with corrective exercise and mobility. That's why now that I'm 36, I'm an old man, I'm 36 years old. Well, when I was your age, I had to walk uphill both ways in the snow and burn. I'm not old, but I had that little swole life crisis. Not really. But I just want to take more attention to my mobility. So now when I'm going to the gym, like I said, today I got my yoga in. If I decide not to go lift, maybe after this, I'm like, nah, I really don't want to lift today. I did my priority. My priority was yoga. And I told you that I was going to try to lift with my same schedule, but now the priority goes to yoga. So if I only do one thing in the day, it's going to be yoga number one. And if I can't get my yoga in, I mean, there's no reason why. So if today I'm training, I'll do a yoga class. However, if I can and I feel up to it, I'll do a strength training day first. Usually strength first, but today the classes were in the morning, so I went, and then in the afternoon or in the evening, now I'll do a little bit of a pump. But that's important. It's important to offset it. It's important to adjust and notice that. And once you go, that's another good point. Once you go to the gym, think about this. How many times have you gone to the gym? We've talked about this many times on the podcast. How many times have you gone to the gym and once you go, you have a great fucking workout? That's what the ticket is. That's what the key is. The key is to go and realize that you can have an amazing workout when you don't feel like going. Because that first time that you go to the gym, and you realize, shit, I almost didn't fucking go to the gym. I almost didn't go to the gym today, and I went and I had an amazing fucking workout. Imagine if I didn't go. But you didn't not go. You went. You went to the gym, and you almost didn't. So then it puts in the back of your head from now on, well, the next time you don't want to go, you think, but the last time I didn't want to go either. And I went, I had a great fucking workout. Maybe this is another one of those times. Maybe right now, when I don't want to go, if I go, I'm going to have an amazing workout. And then you're not going to want to miss that opportunity that you're going to have a great workout. Maybe you go and you have a generally okay workout. All right, fine. So you had a decent workout, but you gave yourself the opportunity to have an amazing workout. Does that make sense? I don't think we give ourselves the opportunity to have that kind of switch. And a lot of people don't give themselves that opportunity because you don't know that opportunity exists, because you never go when you don't want to. You don't create that discipline, and you don't fucking bring yourself mentally to your knees and just be like, fuck you, we're going to the gym. You don't override that feeling. You just listen. Oh, I don't feel like going to the gym, so I'm not going to go. No, a lot of times that's when you need to buckle down and go. A lot of times that's when you need to just fucking do it. A lot of times that's the ticket. A lot of times that's what you actually have to do. You actually have to go. And once you go, you realize all bets are off. A lot of times all bets are off. You go to the gym and then all of a sudden you have an amazing workout, and then you second guess yourself every time you don't feel like going, because maybe that's one of those opportunities for you to go to the gym and have one of those, oh, I never expected it. I have an amazing fucking workout. And that's now what I'm always thinking about. In the back of my head, that's always what I'm thinking about now. Right now, I don't feel like going, but what if I go and I have a sick pump? I'm gonna be so glad I fucking went. And maybe I go and I just do some stretching and I feel really weak and I'm still sore and I just kind of go light, do some mobility work. And that's a win too. I'm going and being active rather than sitting around. And a lot of people don't go out and just move. So going to the gym, like, how is that a loss? Going to the gym and doing like a little workout? As long as you give yourself the opportunity, you don't have to go and crush it. You can have a sick fucking workout. If you're used to lifting heavy and you drop the weight and you go for more reps for a pump, oh my God, you just feel fucking great. You get those sick fucking pumpy pumps. Today, I'm not going to go and do like create like hardcore deadlifts. I want to do more repetitions. I want to flush. I want to flush that shit out. That's usually what I do. Pamela, when I go to the gym, I just get on the step mill. I just get on the cardio and at the rotating stairs. I take out my phone. I'll answer a couple of messages, get the heart rate up, listen to music, a podcast, make a call, whatever I need to do. And then once you get your heart rate going and you start loosening up, sometimes you just need that little sweat, that little switch to flip. Because when you're sitting around, remember your body, when you're sitting around, a body that's not in motion tends to stay at rest. Your body is just, you're sitting around. Once you generate a little action, you start moving more, you start to crave that. It's not like, oh my God, I have to get up and go to the gym. I'm so stiff. Well, once you warm up, you're not stiff anymore. And then you're like, okay, I can do this. And you get that engine running. You're priming yourself. So make sure you go and just allow yourself that time to warm up. Just go and allow yourself that time to warm up. And if it catches, it catches. But you're not going to get a fire without a spark. And you have to give yourself that opportunity to, to spark that shit. Spark that shit. Spark that shit. Is the gym a must? Are there things I can do at home in place of the gym? Sure. I mean, a gym just has all the equipment there for you. Do yoga. You can lift at home if you have a home gym, or buy weights, or do pull-ups and push-ups and yoga. And of course, you can do anything. You can have a home gym. A gym is just a gymnasium. That's shortened down to the word gym. A gym is just a company that has purchased all this equipment that charges you to rent it essentially every month for a membership. You could do that stuff at home. If you buy it or have weights, resistance is resistance. Resistance is resistance. I got tongue-tied. I drink about 5 cups of coffee a day and I go to the gym 5 times a week. Is that helping or hurting me? Is what helping or hurting you? The coffee? 5 cups of coffee a day? It's probably a little bit steep, but I don't know if it's hurting you. Some people drink a ton of coffee and they're fine. Like me, I like coffee. If you don't feel terrible, look, I'm not here to judge your life. I don't know anything about you. I don't know your blood work, nor would I know how to read it like a fucking doctor. So I don't know if it's hurting you. But I drink plenty of coffee. I don't measure it, but I have a few cups a day. Yeah. Channeling my inner Papa Swole for chest and back today. Cheesy and breezy, front and back titties. Front and back titties. A lot of people have the opportunity to get a gym membership. They just spend so much money on other things. You spend money on Starbucks or on sandwiches or on stupid shit. And you realize, oh shit, that's 40, 50, 70, 60, whatever bucks a month. That's a gym membership. So make sure you're also not making excuses that, oh, I can't afford a gym membership. Maybe you can if you cut out a lot of the garbage. Monster Energy drink is trash. It's not good or bad. It's fucking just chemical nonsense trash. Papa, thanks to you, me and my partner are kicking ourselves up the arses. Up the arses. up the our asses. We use a certain person to avoid becoming like her. So far, it's working. Yeah. Don't grow up to be like Fatty McFatterson. Everyone knows that person. Wherever you are listening, everyone knows that one person. Everyone has one person in mind. If I say, picture a person that you don't want to look like someday, or you want to be like, everyone's going to have something come into their head like, oh, yeah, I don't want to look like so-and-so. Yeah, just think about that and don't be like that person. Burps. Starbucks 5 times a day. You drink Starbucks 5 times a day? Good gracious. Beard gains, no doubt. Yeah. Well, this thing needs to be trimmed. 5x5 Starbucks, man. That's a lot of, I hope that was a joke. That's a lot of Starbucks. Do you have like some kind of like frequent flyer miles? If you think about let's say one time a day, let's say you get a Starbucks every day on the way to work and you work Monday through Friday. So let's say a trip to Starbucks is $4 let's say that's being really generous. Drive through $4. Let's say $5. Even if it's $5, that's I can't do math. $25 a week. That's $100 a month. If it's $5 a day, if it's let's say you go to Starbucks, it's $3 drive through. You're out $3. That's $15 a week. And that's $60 a month. That's still a gym membership. That's most gym memberships. So if you just take like what you do on a regular basis, whether it's a pack of gum 4 times a week, pack of gum, let's say it's $2, with the change, and change gets lost and who knows. So $1 something, $2, let's say you do it 3 times a week. That's $6 a week. That's $6 a week, $24. If I told you spend $24 a month on gum, you'd be like, what? No fucking way. Well, if you buy 3 packs of gum a week or 2 packs of gum, spending $20 a month, that it adds up. It adds up. And all of a sudden you can't afford 9, 10, 20, $30 a month for a gym membership. Well, you can certainly afford making fucking excuses for chicle. Fuck that acidity, nasty, unicorn jizzed, sweetened crap. Well said, Nicholas. You need to get some rage out, bro. Unicorn jizzed. I'm just kidding. Obviously. If anyone knows it's unicorn jizz, I do. I have a lot of experience with unicorn jizz. Well aware. I'm well versed. Will you please hop in on the Amber Lynn Reed saga? No, I have no interest. I don't know anything about her. Alan's covered her. I really don't give a shit. My input, I really don't care. I don't have anything to say about her. I don't really feel like doing the research. I really have nothing. I don't know anything about it. I don't really feel like covering it. Maybe. I don't know. I don't really want to go into it. If it's a saga, it just means that she's trying to get attention and it's over. I don't want to give someone attention that doesn't deserve it. Brittany Dawn deserved attention. She continues to, because people forget, but some people are just crying out for attention and people just fucking left them alone. And again, like I said, I don't know the whole story, and it just doesn't seem like something that I really want to get into, but I might. Talk cutting things out for a gym membership. Cut the alcohol. That's one. What do I think of creatine for women? Most women aren't going to need it. You can take it. It's not going to hurt you. You get it from red meat too. I'm not worried about it. I just don't have, if there was like one video that would summarize it all, but I don't really know what's going on. You could drop in the comments if there's, I'm happy to discuss it right now. But I have heard that she's a lost cause in the sense that she's just trying to get attention and she's doing it on purpose or something. She's gaining or she's losing, or she's eating herself to death or something. She's doing like a lot of like binge eating on camera or something like that. Like I said, I don't know all the details, but it should be. It's amazing what they allow on YouTube and Instagram. It's amazing what they allow and what they decide to censor. That's something that's really weird. I think Alan's the one that's been mentioning this a lot. Like, you wouldn't eat yourself to death on camera. It's literally a snuff film. You're watching someone kill themselves. If they're eating and they're feeding themselves and they're stuffing it in and they're extremely obese and they're unhealthy, it's not a good look. It's not something that we should be promoting. It's not something that people should be running ads on. It's not something that people should be profiting off of, which is what's happening with these videos. You only drink one big can every morning, Gary. That's absolute trash. And I would highly recommend ditching the monster. That's all I have to say about that. Let's see. Amber is a lost cause. She is gaining constantly. I once hoped she would win. She would win or lose, but I'm a fat fuck myself. I don't want to become her or Tess. Well, don't promote obesity then. It's one thing if you are obese. It's another thing if you are in denial and having a big support and fan base that you're promoting that it's a healthy thing and that that you don't have to lose weight or that you shouldn't lose weight. I think even if you're obese, let's say you're happy the way you are, you should still be transparent about the risks. Some people just really self-depreciate themselves and don't have a lot of self-esteem or value and really put in the effort, and they cause issues themselves, and they're in denial that they cause their own health issues, or it was from childhood, or maybe it's genetic. I mean, there's a lot of different things and shit that people are dealt with, but it's kind of like what you turn around and pass on. If you're passing along, I understand when you have people like Tess, when you're trying to promote loving yourself. Again, I've said this before. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think you should love and respect yourself, but you should love and respect yourself. And as a byproduct of that, you should be exercising and you should be eating healthy. And you should be promoting health and physical activity and wellness, not pretending like you're not going to fucking die young and have major issues. And that doesn't denying science and denying the fact that people are dropping left and fucking right from obesity. That's all I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with the nice part of it, right? You want to be a nice person and love yourself and, oh, you're a good person. If you're obese right now, I have no doubt that you're also a good person, that you're a nice person and you don't want harm for anyone. Okay. So you're still obese. That's an objective fact. And you're at a high risk for diabetes and for heart disease and for metabolic syndrome and for immobility and, falling and bone breakings and shit like that. That's it. That's it. You're literally at a higher risk. What else do you want me to say? I'm not going to lie to you. And do you have to lose weight? It's quite obviously your life. And even though it does affect everyone with taxes and healthcare and all that stuff, you're under no obligation, which is why a lot of people are obese, because there's no rule against it. Nor not that there should be, but come on, we should be helping. These companies make way too much money off people being fat. Why would they want anyone to lose weight? You think a diabetes pharmaceutical company that makes diabetic medication, makes insulin and shit like that, and needles and all, do you think they want people to not be diabetic? They're making the fucking materials and they're making billions of dollars out, off of the medication. Why would they want people to not have that disease anymore? Why would they want people to not have heart disease? I'm not saying that they're on purpose killing people, but it's very convenient that the pharmaceutical companies, it's very convenient that big food and big pharma, like they're tied together. The FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, very convenient how you have food and drugs under one roof. Food and drugs under one roof. Food and drugs under one administration. The food and drug. Why are those the same thing? Why are those in the same category? Why are those overseen by the same people? Why does one have anything to do with the other? Why? Just because you put it in your mouth? Not all drugs go in your mouth. Some go in your butthole. Yeah. Anyway, some go in your pooper. Food and drug. So they're tied together. The drugs benefit from the food and the food benefits from the drugs. And everyone's just kind of, when you're on drugs, you make other kinds of decisions. You have cravings or you have, whatever. It's so fucking obvious. It's a whole circle jerk fucking scam bullshit. So that's the thing. It's a whole circle jerk scam bullshit. So step out of it. This is a circle. It's a cycle. It's a hamster on a wheel. You're the hamster. So step off, jump off. You see the hamster's going on the wheel. You can step off to the side. Most people don't realize you can step off to the side. You can step off. You don't have to be in the wheel. You don't have to stay in the wheel. You have to stay in the wheel. Step off. Go off to the side. Move on. Why are you staying in that rat race? Why are you just going around and a fucking round? It's really up to you. It's really up to anyone. It's not like they're keeping you. When you say they, it's not that, how should I say? It's not that it's not this information is not available. I'm telling you right now, this information's out there. It's in a lot of places. You can Google it. You don't have to watch this podcast or listen to this podcast to get this kind of information. A lot of people are talking about it, but not enough, and not enough that are in charge and that produce these foods and produce these services. So if you think about it, that you're in control, all you got to do is step out of the circle. You don't have to stay in the middle of it. It's your fault. You're staying in the thick of it. It's your fault. The hamster always flips around a few times. Everyone's flipping around, getting their heads banged up enough. And now your heads aren't working too well. So people aren't thinking properly. So it's a problem and it's a vicious cycle. And if you're going around and around, understand that you can step off. So you can train yourself. You have to be better than yourself. You have to be better than what your body wants to be in order to adapt. So you have to be better. And I said this at the beginning of the pre-roll. So if you're watching this now, go back, listen to the podcast and listen to the pre-roll, because the quote of the day was, or the quote on the wall that I broke down at the beginning of the podcast is, if you want to be an anomaly, act like one. So if you want to be someone who's disciplined, that doesn't budge for anyone, that takes control of their life and that does it, then you have to act like it. You have to do it. You have to do it. There's nothing about talking about it. You have to act like it. You can't just say that you are. You can't keep it inside. You have to put it out there. You have to be that person. So go, be that person. Be that person. Right now, you're listening to this, you're watching this, go be that person. I will leave you to it. Tomorrow is the Sunday Funday Q and Anus. Do not miss it. Subscribe on YouTube, Daily Swole Podcast. Hit the bell. Tomorrow will be live. I'll try to give you the updates of what time if I have it locked down on my Instagram story. But hit that notification bell on YouTube. You will get notified. That way you won't miss it. And tomorrow, episode 1192 is the Sunday Funday Q and Anus. So I'll answer as many questions as possible. And I'll see you tomorrow for the most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gaincast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleevescast, and Slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. Thank you so much for joining me for episode 1191. I will see you tomorrow for episode 1192 of the Daily Sleaze. Peace, McGee's fam. Deuce Magoose, ya boy, Papa Swolio, out.